Hey everybody, I'm Chad Sam. This is AMTV, Alternative Media Television. I'm sure most of you already noticed when you go to supermarkets, meat, food, all this stuff is pretty much gone. Canned food, pastas, things that should last a long time are gone. Also, if you go to the butcher section or you try to get produce or you try to get eggs, ground beef, there's either a limit on how much you can buy or it's just completely emptied out. Now, we're hearing reports that the supply line is absolutely affected. This is why the military is getting involved. This is why, certain acts that President Trump has issued has been done, where you're going to have nationalization of industries, including our supply and production. Now, also, I'm getting emails and reports and video of people in towns and cities. They see military trucks, tanks coming through. They're getting brought through on the trains. You see the military vehicles coming right through to your area near you. Now, just a quick update on the viruses. New York City, the virus is like literally doubled, tripled overnight in the last 24 hours. Gavin Newsom of California has been saying that they're probably going to do a martial law. And a lot of people are asking about this, saying, no, only the president can issue martial law. No, states and governors can issue their own martial law in that state. As a governor, just like they did with, the Boston bombing in Massachusetts, if you recall. Massachusetts and Boston, they did martial law. So 56%, this is the projection for California, 56% of Californians and these residents will be infected with the coronavirus. Now, I've been hearing reports from people and my friends that even young people, just the other day, a relative called me. One of their friends, 30-something-year-old, died from the virus. So it's a little bit of myth that only old people can, and we saw this even with doctors in Wuhan and in China. They were dying. They were young, they were in their prime, and they were dying from the virus. So this strain is very aggressive. It is mutating. It can last in the air for a very long time. And I'm sure you guys, when you go to the supermarket, a lot of people have mandatory shelter-in-place orders. This is going to be temporary. Soon it's going to be mandatory where it's martial law. Already curfews are put in place. Stores are all shut down. Banks, Chase banks around my area are completely shut down. And a lot of people were saying, oh, if the banks are shut down, that's fine. You can still go to the ATM in the bank. Well, the workers have to be there. The ATMs don't magically fill up with cash. The Brinks trucks have to come, or whatever trucks that supply the money, and then the workers have to be there. They don't just magically fill with cash. So the quarantine in certain areas are more mandated than other areas, but soon we're going to see full-blown mandatory lockdowns. In California, again, I'm going to repeat this, that they project that over 56% of the people are going to be infected with the coronavirus. And, a lot of people are going to die because of this. So Gavin Newsom, he was saying that, he's thinking about martial law on the streets to control the population. People are panicking big time. You guys see this. People are hoarding, panic buying. People are very concerned. You probably can't find soap. You can't find sanitization. You can't find medical supplies. Amazon came out in a blog that they are only going to ship out things that are basically necessities, like medical necessities. Meaning that if you order just whatever you need to order, even if it's food online through Amazon, most likely you're not going to get it right away. Now, when you talk about the markets are crashing. We are going into a depression-style environment. And you guys remember, you don't remember because you weren't alive that day, whatever. Some of you might be, but during the Great Depression, they couldn't pull cash out of the banks. The banks lost all capital. This could happen here, so I'm not saying to pull everything out of the bank. Just do stuff that's smart. Prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. Obviously, pull out what you can, because you can always put the money back in the bank. Think like they look on their phone, they see their balance goes down. No, you can always put it back in the bank. So do it smart. In Lebanon, when there was all this corruption and all these government officials, literally, they were so corrupt that they pulled out all their money from the banks, and then the citizens, regular citizens, couldn't go pull out their money, and people were just homeless. The banks refused them; they didn't have the cash. And now, when you see the New York Stock Exchange close their doors, where they're just doing electronic trading, think about this for a second. The entire stock market and our economy is a casino, a straight up casino. So it's not just on algorithms and electronic trading. It's all insider trading. All of it is insider trading. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. So if they can't do their insider trading and make the money that they want in the stock market, they're going to go to the banks, they're going to pull out. The millionaires and billionaires are going to pull out massive amounts of cash. Already, I got an alert because I have Chase. Over 1,000 banks are temporarily closing. They're putting the curfews in there. So a lot of banks and branches are going to be closed. It's going to get worse as we go along. The incubation period when it comes to the coronavirus is just horrid, where you would have no symptoms, and you guys already know this, but you could still spread it. It's a very strong contagion. A lot of people, even in Florida and Miami, they're celebrating spring break. They're not following the quarantine measures. They're out there partying. They're spreading it around. A lot of people are at risk. We have a long time to settle in, very long time. Now, a lot of people are asking me, should I still pay my rent? Should I pay my bills? Well, if you can, yeah, absolutely. If not, I would discuss it directly with each company as best as you can. But supposedly, some companies are going to assist you with delay in rent. There's already a delay in foreclosures that was issued by the federal government through the end of April. So you might have, some leniency with the companies, but I would contact them directly for you to find out specifics of what's going on. I'm going to keep you guys updated on this. Obviously, just like I stated before, when you see a lot of these medical tests coming through, a lot of these coronavirus tests coming through, you're going to see the cases jump. A lot of people have the coronavirus and they don't even know it. They're doing their best to sustain it. We are experiencing a war, just like President Trump said, by a hidden enemy. Now, obviously, he's calling it the Chinese virus. I think whatever happens from here, China will not only be a Cold War enemy, but we can have a direct war with China, given the fact that, look, the origin of this virus is so suspicious. It's so suspicious. I don't believe that it just came from a rat or a bat, especially given the fact that that super lab was only a few hundred yards away from the Wuhan supermarket. So there's a lot of things they're not telling us, and this is just getting worse. So prepare now. Make sure you're prepared. I love you guys.
Hey guys, with all the fears of the coronavirus and the CDC now warning that they're preparing for a pandemic here in the United States of America, I've been telling my friends and family to stock up on long-term food storage. I just had John in customer service lower our prices at cost. Okay, so we're making pretty much nothing on the food stores that we're selling to you tuning in. 25% off. It's my promise to you. I'll get all this survival packs, the food storage, the water filters, any other thing that you order within 3 to 5 business days. Now, because of the crisis, I'm actually sold out on 6, 1 year, and 4 year. We're completely out. It's gone. People have been stockpiling, and again, I've been warning about this for several months now. So I only have a couple food packs left. I encourage you guys, even if it's not from me, go buy it somewhere else then. But you won't beat the pricing here. Again, I've lowered my costs. So it's basically at cost, again, shipping and handling, all this kind of stuff. So it gets expensive sending it your way. I can only offer this domestically. We are not shipping internationally. So if you're in the continental United States, I will get this out to you right away. Again, very high quality food. I just bought about $1,000 worth more for myself and my family. Has a 25, 30-year shelf life, depending on how you store it. And it tastes great. And honestly, I use it from time to time if I'm out camping with friends or on leisure. And even if it's not a crisis, I really love and feel secure because it gives me peace of mind knowing I have this stuff on hand. Okay, so you want water filtration systems, you want food. And again, I took pricing down at cost today. I want to do a favor to you guys. And again, I genuinely am concerned about your well-being. So please take action while we have the supplies. I don't think it's going to last long. Again, I'm already sold out of the 6-month, 1 and 4 year. Get it now. As soon as you click that link below or go to store.amtvmedia.com, add it to the checkout. Don't just buy 1, buy 2. And I'll try to keep this inventory coming as much as possible. I do have some reserves, at our warehouse. So again, take action. Don't live in fear, but understand that food is probably the most valuable commodity in a time of a crisis like this. I mean, at the end of the day, you've got to feed your family, especially for those of you out there that have kids. Make sure you have what they need. Food, staples, survival supplies, and a great start for a lot of you tuning in that don't have nothing. Just get one of these kits. I love you guys so much. God bless. Thank you for your support. Again, I'll get all this stuff to you right away. Also, we pride ourselves in Midwestern values and customer service here. If you need to talk to anyone, you can give us a call as well, and we can explain to you what we have left in stock and how to get that out to you as soon as possible. So thank you so much. I love you guys, and I hope all of you are prepared.